Well, hello and welcome again back to our survival training exercise. Another beautiful day in the cryotube. Well, we're going to start off with some bad news. It looks like I'm losing the PlayStation that I've been borrowing. So, it looks like we're going to go back into a just a wait state. That's unfortunate. And I don't know if this world will survive on the other side of this. Because here eventually I'm going to be getting a PlayStation. Hey, you know what? Let's go up and we'll have this talk in the sunset. It's appropriate. There. We can watch the sunset while we talk. I look pretty badass. So, we do not know if this world that we're building is going to transfer with us when we acquire a new PlayStation. We've come a super long way during this survival training exercise, and I'm actually really proud of how far we've come. So, I figured we'll take some time, look around at what we've done, kind of talk about the plans that we're going to unfold, and maybe during our next exercise, we'll be able to pick back up where we left off. But being that it's going to be a whole different PlayStation, I don't think that's going to be the case. So, this may be our final look around this place during the sunset. So, the plan for this was going to be to bring it all the way up to about here. This would put us above the atmosphere, and we were going to build basically a shipyard. Storage containers, a dock, a dry dock, and we were going to get set up to build much larger ships. The plan was, for the short term, we needed to up armor our defense tower. We needed to add a couple of more defense towers. I was thinking about building one over here, kind of the same way we did right there, just build a line of blocks and building a defensive structure with missiles and long-range artillery. We have our Valley of Ice. We got our a lower hangar deck that we never got to finish or start, really. We got our production area, which we learned some things, and I think on the next one, if we have to start from scratch, some of the lessons we're going to take forward. We're not going to build the hydrogen tank right up next to the refineries, because we don't want to lose either one of those to reconstruction, so next time we'll make sure we leave plenty of room for the upgrade modules on the back of refinery number 1, because those do help quite a bit. We learned not to put our dock right next to structures. The clang will get us, and we give a shout out to Bookcover for cluing us in on that, because I think he's the one that figured it out. This was going to be a lot of cargo space leading down into the lower hangar deck. This was going to be the upper hangar area. We could have dug this out a little ways, put in some walls, had a nice little bed for building ships, and we could have put some projector down here. I have an idea. I've been doing some research on how to build a ship printer. So all the work we do, building these ships the way we have been, We could have just started printing our own ships. This is the shuttle that we've been working on. In a short term, this was going to be used to bring loads of ice over to the Jalopy to get her fired back up and running in. This docking port was just a temporary measure to fill the tanks and charge the batteries. We're going to build down here, a layer down here underneath. There's some stuff that I don't know how to build that I'd really like to know how to build. But long story short, the idea was going to be to have a retractable docking port put directly underneath the pilot seat. That would have allowed us to retract the docking port back in when not in use and push it forward, I think, 2 blocks to put some space between us. Putting it directly under the seat means that the left and right, we should have been able to see pretty well left and right. Yeah, having the glass, I think we would have been able to hit that dock no problem. Now, underneath after the dock, we could have fit 2 rows of medium storage containers before armor plating the underskin and putting some landing gear on her. She handles pretty well. She needs a couple of up thrusters, I think. I think maybe 2 up thrusters on each side will more than suffice. We definitely need to invest in some ion thrusters for orbital operations. But, I don't have a name for her yet. She turned out like a pretty good little shuttle. She zips around pretty nice. Yeah, we'll take her for a ride. Just so, we at least got to joyride her a little bit. Engines on. We'll turn that off. We'll go take a ride out to the Jalopy. See, she handles real nice. We got our little heads-up display there. She's fast. She's really fast. Wait, hold on. We gotta test something out. Yeah. It does speed us up. Yeah, she can move. Yep. Over here we have old Jalopy. She turned out to be a really nice ship. Really big ship. She's a big mining rig. Let's see if that heavy armor is worth the money we paid for it. Oh yeah. This is our jalopy. She's parked right now. She just needs fuel. But the idea was to build the shuttle up. Why is it smoking? It's fine. But the idea was to build the cargo shuttle up and bring a load of ice to the jalopy to get her boosted. Because once we got her boosted, we could just fly her right over to the ice field, and she could have mined her own ice. In the long term, we had plans to add another layer of drills and fix the ones that are looking goofy here. This would have given us the ability to drill straight down to our resources instead of having to clear-cut paths for the skirt of thrusters that we have. That's really what hindered her performance. I think if we would have taken some time to really finish those upgrades. I forgot I left a secret entrance in. But yeah, this is our jalopy. There's definitely not many like it. I promise you, it's probably the only one. But we would have finished up her armor plating to seal in the hull. We would have pressurized her, and we could have easily probably taken this to our target planet, no problem. But yep, she was a good ship. Sad that I waited so long to give her some top plates. Oh yeah. We'll let her sleep. I'm not gonna wake her up. Oh yeah, that's right. That's something we need to do first. Because she does have a name. Jalopy. Right? Is that how we spelled her name? I don't remember how we spelled the name now. I think it was J-E-L-O-P-I. No, J-A-L-O-P-I. Alright, see, that's why we check. Jalopy, that's right. She's only 557 blocks. Roughly half of which are non-armored blocks. PCU is 14,000. 248 conveyors, 44 thrusters, 3 lights, 2 spotlights. No gravity generator, no artificial mass. That's cool. Alright, I hope I see you again, old girl, but if I don't... So, once the jalopy was all fixed up... Just rock. Once the jalopy was all fixed up, we had a pack mule over here, and I had big plans for the pack mule. We were going to get her back up into flight order and use her to begin construction on the orbital station that we were talking about. This would have given us a small grid ability, so the ability to build small grids and large grids. So the idea would have been to attach a cargo connector to her and take her up and connect basically the cargo connector to the existing structures. The what am I thinking of here? The existing infrastructure, the cargo tubes that we have at base already. So that would have hold on, this button. But that would have given us the ability to build our small grid printing ship. And then, of course, we would have used large grid construction to build the large grid. But it would all started with Pack Mule there. She's a big one. And just to think she was going to get just a little bit bigger. Good luck, girl. I hope I'll see you again. Alright, let's get back to base. Maybe someday I'll edit some, really touching music on here. She handles really nice. This would have been exactly what we needed. Just to move some cargo over and get old girl back up and running. This would have been a great scout ship, so if we would have put a remote control in this bad boy, we could have easily have sent it out. Maybe throw an ore detector and a remote control, and maybe a what am I trying to think of here? An ore detector, a remote control. Oh, and maybe a reactor. But we never got to, again, another playthrough where I haven't been able to find any uranium or fissionable material of any kind. We never got out of the hydrogen age. See, she's got maneuverability. She's fast compared to the jalopy. So yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna be until we can play again, and if we're gonna be able to even pick up where we left off here, or if we're gonna be sent to somewhere new and start from scratch again. But I've had a lot of fun here. We learned a lot of hard lessons, a lot of easy ones, more hard ones, I'd say. We learned how to paint, we learned how to build. I think this would have turned into something cool. Someday, we'll be back. Maybe not to this planet. So, for the very last time, I'm gonna step inside the cryo tube and see what adventures await us next. Whoops. Well, shit.